Life is depressing. I say this to people. I'm depressed. I'm like, well, life's depressing. You're getting older. You're going to die. You know, there's a whole bunch of people with a bunch more money than you. Welcome to the fucking real world. Life's depressing. Are you a bitch? You're going to cry about it or you're going to do something about it? Like, life is depressing. Who told us? Tell me where it says in the human handbook that we're supposed to be happy all of the time. Right, we're not supposed to be happy. We're supposed to survive. Now, if you're a man, you can survive even if you're miserable. I say this all the time. Give me depression. You wouldn't even notice. This is what pisses them off because they're like, oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to function. I guarantee I can still drive my Lambo and women. I guarantee you. Try it. Because I refuse to be such a baby that I'm going to sit there and go, well, I feel a certain way, so I have to act a certain way. No. One of the number one tenets of masculinity, in fact, it's probably the primary tenet of masculinity, is acting different to how you feel. This 100%. Is the primary tenet of masculinity. Do you think the men on the Titanic felt like dying? No, but they acted a certain way because they were men. The women and the children are afraid and they're going to run. I'm afraid and I'm going to stay here because I'm a man. As a man, you have to control your emotions. So I don't give a shit if you're depressed. There's no excuse to not be an adult and make sensible decisions based on discipline alone. I'm too depressed to train. No, you lack discipline. Because I've felt miserable, every single person has. I didn't miss a gym session, ever. So I don't believe in that crap. I don't believe in it. And I don't believe in it because I know that the true cure to fixing people is to tell them, here's the example I gave when this whole thing blew up. I said, if I moved into a house and I heard squeaks in the night and I don't believe in ghosts, I'm going to attribute it to the wind and go back to sleep. If I move into the same house and hear the same squeaks, but I'm a big believer in ghosts, I'm going to start being scared. I'm going to call an exorcist. I'm going to say it's a ghost. So my point is, the same situation gets worse based primarily on my beliefs. If you don't believe in depression, you can't be depressed. Just be direct, man. Like it's the best way to be. It's like one of the only ways to get ahead in the world. Like it's there's so many people just fucking. I have this time. You must get this kind of thing all the time. People come at me and they think they have this big issue, and when you unpack the issue is just inaction. Yeah, that's all it is. It's inaction. I'm sad and I'm this and I'm this and this and this and this. You're doing nothing. You're just sitting, talking, but you're not doing anything. If you were doing things, if you were learning the guitar and going to the bar every night and going up to every girl you find attractive and going to the gym every day, you wouldn't have called me. Oh yeah. You're doing nothing. You know, a lot of it's just inaction. We live in a world of just fucking waiting and being too patient and just sitting there. In life is binary. You have action and inaction. With cause and effect. You either did it or you didn't do it. You know, I can talk about going to the moon for the next fucking 10 years. I'm not an astronaut until I've been to the fucking moon. So this is the reality of life. You're either an action taker or you're not an action taker. So completely. This is the only way to be with people in general. It's the only way to be.
I'm a beacon that shows every single young man out there on the world that they can have everything they've ever wanted. I came from nothing. I had never had, I know recently True Geordie, some guy said I came from daddy's money. He knows that's not true. I came from a council estate in Luton. I'm poor and I've done everything myself. I managed to become strong and rich and smart, all these things by myself. And I'm a role model for men to sit and go, look, well, if Tate can have everything he wants, then maybe I can have what I want. Whatever that is, you want to be a tennis player or a scientist or whatever, you know, and to bring some confidence back. Because I think inside of men today, the biggest reason that they're struggling with mental health is because a lot of men, there's something that's hard to explain to, because I try and explain it to my girlfriend. I try and explain it to her and she doesn't understand. Inside of a man, you need to be proud of yourself. You need to have this like masculine, like it's almost like pride, but it's kind of like, it's like a life force, a masculine life force. It's kind of like the flex. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You kind of like just turn up and just like flex a little bit, like I'm me. Right. And that's the fun part about being a man. And all the men who can't do that are the most depressed and the saddest ones on earth. Wow. And I try and inspire them saying, look, there's nothing wrong with having a personality. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit loud, a little bit brash. Obviously, I don't want anyone to take that out of context, but I know that I'm a positive force in the world. I get 5,000 emails a week. And I read nearly every one of them. How I've stopped people being depressed, stopped people committing suicide. Like every single week, people are like, I found your videos. I've never felt so happy. I understand myself better. I've never worked so hard in the gym, etc. So I know I'm a positive force, right? It's just a small minority group which have decided to to purport lies and try and falsify information about me, and in a personal attack. And to some degree, it's kind of flattering.
Nobody else is going to wake up and care more about your life than you.
Mm-hmm.
If you won't wake up every day and say, I need to get rich, nobody else is going to wake up and say, I need to make him rich.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you don't think it, nobody else is going to think it, which means nobody thinks it. So it's down to you, right? Only you're the only person on the planet who can think it. And I always knew, I never doubted for a second I would be what I am. I knew I would be rich. I just knew I would be rich and be free and be able to do and say what I wanted. I just knew that. I was just like, there's no way that guy in the Ferrari who drove past me is a better person. There's no way he's smarter than me. And I was not arrogant, because arrogance prevents you from working. Arrogance goes, I'll make it. Arrogance is to people who go, my ship will come in later. Arrogance is to people who watch Love Island and go, I'll be rich later. That's arrogance. Yeah. Most people are very arrogant. I was never arrogant. I understood, okay, I'll just outwork him. Maybe he's smarter than me. Fine, I'll outwork him. I'll just outwork him. No problem. Boom, let's get to work.